What's going on, guys? One love out to everybody. We got UFC 278, Usman versus Edwards 2. Prediction, guys, not much breakdown. Before I get started, subscribe to this channel, hit the thumbs up button. Also, check out my Patreon account for all my face-off predictions and prop plays. Also, you can donate to this channel to my PayPal account. Link will be down below. We got 12 fights here, guys. Pay-per-view card. Usman versus Edwards, part 2. Let's jump into this real quick. Not going to spend too long on this card, guys. Let's see here. First fight here, we got Victor Altamirano versus Daniel De Silva. Tricky fight here, guys. This can go either way. This can go either way, man. I mean, I could see De Silva submitting Victor. I could see Victor possibly winning by decision, because Silva usually fades in the fight. So I'm gonna go with Silva for first round submission. All right, so I'm gonna say De Silva first round submission, guys. All right. Next fight here, we got Qileng versus Jay Perrin. I'm gonna go with Qileng here, guys. I'm gonna say Qileng by decision, guys. All right. Amir Albazi, I know I mispronounced that, sorry, versus Francisco Figueiredo. I'm liking Amir here. I'm going to say Amir by decision, guys. Alright. AJ Fletcher versus Angie Louza. I'm liking AJ Fletcher. I'm going to say AJ Fletcher by decision, guys. Alright. We got Sean Woodson versus Luis Saldana. This is a good matchup here. Both guys pretty good striker. I'm liking Sean Woodson though. I'm gonna say Sean Woodson by decision, guys. Gerard Gordon versus Leonardo Santos. It's a next good matchup here. I'm gonna push towards Gordon here. I'm gonna say Gerard Gordon by KO/TQ in the second round. Marcin Tybura versus Alexander Romanov. This is a tricky fight here, man, because I could see Marcin Tybura possibly getting a win here, based off experience. Alexander Romanov is a good fighter, but I don't think he really faced anybody at that level. But his wrestling is pretty elite, and his ground and pounds are nasty, and he even have some good submissions. Tough one. I mean, both heavyweight, man, so it doesn't take much. But I'm gonna go with Alexander Romanov here, guys. I'm gonna say Alexander Romanov by I'm gonna say by KO/TQ in the first round, possibly ground and pound. But I want to see the odds on this one. But be careful with this one, man, because like I said, Marcin Tybura could possibly get a win here just based on experience. So, but Alexander Romanov, KO/TQ first. Tyson Pedro versus Harry Hunsucker. I'm liking Pedro here. I'm going to say Tyson Pedro by submission in the first round. Lucie Pudilová versus Yana Wu. So Lucie is back in the UFC. I think she had a pretty good winning streak here. She lost one in the middle here, but she was over there in the octagon. 1, 2, 3, 5 and 1. So UFC took her back. I'm going to go with Pudilová here. I'm going to say Lucie Pudilová by decision, guys. José Aldo versus Merab Dvalishvili. This is a tough one here, man, because I could see José Aldo winning this fight, but I could see Dvalishvili also winning too, just based on the takedowns and aggressive forward pressure. But man, with Merab though, sometimes is kind of hittable, you know. And some fights I see is hittable, man, and like couple, I think his last fight, so he's struggling to get the takedown a little bit, and he's a little bit more hittable. And again, some José Aldo, man, you can't be hittable with him, because José Aldo will finish you, you know. And José Aldo is very experienced, man. It's a tough one here, guys. This can go either way. Just if Dvalishvili can pressure, get takedowns, but you know, you're making ground on a win, which is even probably by split decision. But I'm gonna say José Aldo, but I mean, I could be wrong here, but I'm gonna say José Aldo by decision though. All right. Paulo Costa versus Luke Rockhold. So Luke Rockhold is back. I thought he was finished fighting, but I guess he's still in there. 185. Paulo Costa is okay. That 185. Okay, so it was always at 185. Also, guys, I'm gonna watch the face-offs and make the face-off predictions. So check out my Patreon account for that. I maybe start doing the odds breakdown, actually predictions too. So I might do predictions just based off the odds too. So I haven't really started that yet, but I may start doing that soon. Man, this is man, but what I see from Luke Rockhold, man, is just, I don't know. His last win was against David Branch, man, in 217. That was his last win. 217. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with Paulo Costa here, guys. Man, I'm not saying Rockhold can't win, but he's gonna have the reach and height advantage. And I think a massive reach. He's gonna have I think maybe like a 6 or a 5-inch. He has a 5-inch reach, but I'm gonna go with Paulo Costa here, guys. I'm gonna say Paulo Costa by KOTQ in the first round. But I could be wrong about that. Maybe Luke Rockhold could come in here and pull off a win. I mean, you just never know. He has a reach advantage. So. Main fight on the card here, guys. We got Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards, part 2. Thing about this fight here, which my brother mentioned. He said with Leon Edwards, even his fight against Nate, he was winning the fight. But Nate almost finished him I believe in the 5th round. He almost got finished. I mean, if Nate didn't stop, because Nate kind of pull back after he hurt him, then he kind of pulled back and never pushed forward. He never consistently go forward when he had Leon Edwards hurt. So, and if you look at Leon Edwards, not really much of a knockout guy, really. More of a decision fighter, man. I mean, Kamaru Usman has more knockouts. But it all depends on who you're fighting. And then Kamaru Usman, is very superior on the ground. His wrestling is high level. So, and it's 5-round fight. So, what is Edwards going to do if Edwards can't put him away? And Kamaru Usman has never been knocked out. I mean, if Kamaru Usman, if Leon Edwards is not able to finish him by strikes, he's not going to wrestle him. He's not going to wrestle Kamaru Usman because that's Kamaru Usman's strength. So what is he going to do to beat him? You see what I'm saying? So I'm liking Kamaru Usman, man. I just feel like Leon Edwards, he's more of a decision guy. He's gonna be in there, move around, but how long can he move around in 5 rounds without getting taken down? Eventually, Kamaru Usman is gonna get him down. So Kamaru Usman, guys, by decision, more of a grindy kind of fighter. So that's about it there, guys. Check out the odds here, see what we're working with. The Silva and Victor, they got Victor as favorite. Like I said, this fight should be more even, man, because I could see the Silva pulling off a submission because he's kind of nasty on the ground, man, and Victor can get submitted. So this fight should be even, so be careful with it. I'm liking the Silva. Perrin versus Ori. I got Ori as favorite, kind of a close fight. Yeah, I'm liking Ori. Yep. Got 2 odds here. Okay, it's pretty much the same thing. Ori So I'll put this fight kind of even because Jay Perrin isn't a bad fighter, but I can see Ori put off the window. Amar is high, but I don't know, man. When you see guys like this so high, Amar is an okay fighter, but when you see guys like this so high, man, you have to question that. So I would be careful with this, man. Francisco Figueiredo he's an okay fighter. He has little holes in him, though. So, but when you see odds like this, gotta be careful, man. Especially with guys that, Amar is not really. Doesn't really have that much fights, like known fights, to put him so high in odds. So I don't know. But be careful with this one, guys. Angelusa, Fletcher. They're liking Fletcher, which I like Fletcher too. Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with the odds in here. Fletcher should be able to pull this one off. More of a grindy wrestler here. Those are more stand up, but can get taken down. Yeah. Sean Woodson, Saldana. Man, Woodson is high. I disagree because Saldo is not a bad striker. So I would have this fight kind of closer, man. I would have Woodson as favorite, but not at 300 though. Because I mean, Saldana is not a bad fighter. He's not a bad mixed martial artist. You know, he has ground game too. So be careful with this one, guys. Gordon Santano, or Santos, sorry, Santano. Gordon 200 and something. In a kind of way, Leo Santos, man, he hasn't been looking good. Look like he's faded. You know, he's just look like he's just not the same fighter anymore. You know, I mean, there's age. He's 42, but age is a number. But he's showing that he's not really he's not really progressing or getting better. He's just kind of on a decline. So actually, I don't really see nothing wrong with the odds. I think Gordon should be able to get a win here. Romanov and Tuboro. Romanov is high, man. This is the next thing here, guys. I don't know. I mean, I see odds like this. I mean, because remember, Tuboro is a very experienced guy, man. And Romanov is good in takedowns, but if you don't get you down first round, sometimes it looks like you get tired. You understand? So, which he will probably get a takedown in this fight, but can he hold on Tuboro on the ground? I think he can, though. I have to be careful with this one, man. All right. Pedro and Harry Hunsucker. Damn, Pedro is high. Holy crap. I mean, can Hunsucker beat him? You just never know, man. When you got fights like this, the guy's so high in the odds, man. Now the guys always have a puncher's chance, man. And Harry Hunsucker has a puncher's chance. Yeah, I'll be careful. When you see odds like this high, just be careful with it, man. Lucie Pudilová versus Yanan Wu. Even fight. Yeah, I can see Lucie getting a win here though, but still, let's still be careful. José Aldo is underdog versus Merab. I'm liking Aldo, but I can see where Merab, is the favorite here. Straightforward pressure, aggressive wrestling takedowns. Just a crazy guy in there. And throw punches everywhere, but not the best striker. But again, he's hittable. And José Aldo can strike, man. And José Aldo beat JJ Blackburn on the ground. He can even get a submission. And Merab has been submitted before. Yeah, so I'm liking Aldo, but like I said, it could be an even fight. Luke Rockhold and Paulo Costa. Wow, they got Paulo Costa high as hell. I wouldn't sleep on Rockhold too much. He may surprise you, but he hasn't won in a while and just been getting knocked out. I believe 5 knockouts. He lost by 5 knockouts or something like that. So I wouldn't sleep on him too much, man. Paulo Costa is kind of high, though. Rockhold gonna have the reach and height advantage. Man, the odds in here have been ridiculous lately. And then, the guy's been dropping the ball, man. Like, mostly underdogs be coming in. Like, mostly dogs are just winning. It's not mostly the guys who are 300 that are pulling off the fights, man. So, I'll be careful with this one. But I like him at Costa, though, but still be careful. Usman and Leon Edwards. Usman 300 and something. I actually don't disagree with that one. Usman beat him the first time, and I don't see what Leon Edwards can do to pull off a win in this one. He doesn't really have the punching power. He doesn't really finish his fights by knockouts too much. Most a decision fighter. He can't get taken down. He got hurt against Nate Diaz. I mean, I'm not saying Nate Diaz is not a bad. It's a bad fighter, but it just doesn't look good, So yeah, I don't disagree with the odds in this one. So that's about it there, guys. That's my odds breakdown. Predictions, just real quick, guys. I'm kind of out of town right now, so I'm just doing this real fast for you guys. Yeah, so that's it right there. One love out to everybody. You guys keep on kicking. Check out the Patreon account for the face-off picks, which I'm going to put up real quick. And my PayPal account is there if you guys want to donate to help the channel out. So I can do this more full-time. And that's about it, guys. One love.